Hey there, friends. My name is Alyssa Crane. I'm a certified HR leader, author, and chief talent strategist at Powerhouse Talent. But even more importantly, I'm on a mission to spread peace, love, and meaningful careers. That's right. In this podcast, we're going to dig in to how to escape those legacy behaviors, spark a cultural metamorphosis, and change the energy of our organizations. So if you're allergic to that stuffy, robotic employee experience that has plagued organizations for far too long, and if you have an obsession with heart-centered employer branding, then we're going to be fast friends. So let's do this, people. It's time to spread peace, love, and meaningful careers. This episode is brought to you by LearnEmployerBranding.com. That's right. You can find all of our digital courses over on LearnEmployerBranding.com, including Land Your Brand, which is so much more than an employer branding course. It is actually an employer branding project toolkit. Literally has communications, tools, templates, a blueprint on how to facilitate an employer branding project. And all of that content is recently updated. We also have Getting Started with Recruitment Marketing and our Talent Attraction Strategy Framework course. So you can check all those out over at LearnEmployerBranding.com or our website, which highlights our full service programs as well as our digital courses at powerhousetalent.ca. All right, enough about that. Let's get this party started. Today, we're talking about candidate research. Now, I've been saying this for a long time, but just got a report in my hands that definitely validates that this is absolutely still the case. And that report comes from People Scout, and it's their Inside Candidate Experience report for 2023. And here they're saying that 2/3 of candidates they're using social media for research. Now, I know that there's this a lot of buzz around social recruiting, but in my experience, I think social media is a far more powerful brand building tool as well as research tool. And this report really validates that 2/3 of candidates are using your social channels to determine whether or not they want to either sign on that dotted line or even just explore an opportunity and apply. So if you are not on social channels, you ought to get on them. You don't have to boil the ocean. You do not need to be everywhere. And you want to be very intentional around how you show up. You want those messages not to be a mishmash of everything under the sun, but truly represent that window into the employee experience, the why around working at your organization, highlight those EVP pillars, but don't make it corporate and stuffy. Don't make it this PR pitch. Really, the window into the employee experience, the raw, real, credible material is what will truly win over hearts and minds. And so I know a lot of employers like to spend a fortune on highly produced video, but I'm here to tell you, friends, that your smartphone camera is all you need. You can do this for free. And if you want to engage a partner, I would highly recommend employee-generated content instead of bringing in a glam squad and a big crew to shoot a highly produced video. While it will look very pretty, it's there for your ego. It's actually not there for credibility with candidates. So if you want the credibility, if you really want people to believe what you're telling them, just use a smartphone camera, hit record, and have your team provide the window into the employee experience. The next thing I want to chat about that I found very interesting in this report was that 35% of organizations don't feature real employees on their career site. And that stat is really not surprising to me. I cannot tell you how many times I've told prospective clients that we will not work on projects that insist on stock images, and we bow out. We wish them all the best, and everyone has their own sort of cup of tea, but ours is raw and real. And you don't need a pro photo shoot. We obviously work with our photographer. We work with client preferred photographers who they trust and love and have worked with for years. And we provide the creative direction and the shot list and all of that fun stuff. But we've also been involved in projects very recently where, the client used our shot list materials, because we have lots of planning tools and guides and things for our clients. They're also in a lot of our courses, but they use those guides and they actually just borrowed marketing's DSLR and took some awesome shots. So you don't necessarily need a pro photographer, but you do need high resolution images. Okay. The other thing we do on all of our projects, or I'd say most of our projects, unless a client is really leaning more towards an organized shoot or pro photography, we do employee generated content contests. And that gives you the raw, the real, the credibility. But you get this added bonus. And the added bonus is that it's an employee engagement activity. And the best part is, with our full service engagements, we believe wholeheartedly in a co-created employee experience, meaning instead of doing things to your team, do things with your team, including build your EVP and really amplify those messages in your employer brand activation. And so you can get a lot of excitement and a lot of engagement by adopting that co-created philosophy in these photo shoots. So not only do you get the images, not only do you get the credibility, but you also get people being part of this work. All right, friends. This episode is a short one, but I thought I would just lean in to say, if all you're doing is posting your vacancies on your social channels, 1, you have boring feeds. 2, you're not winning over hearts and minds. And 3, you're not getting at those passive candidates. And moral of the story here is, we know from this report that 2/3 of candidates, they're using social for research. So really activate the full recruitment funnel. Get that awareness building happening. Build a real pipeline that stretches beyond a few months, that really starts to plant seeds years in advance. And again, really optimizing your recruitment funnel. And then when you start looking at messaging and channels, make sure you're using real employee photos. And so that's going to be a differentiator. They're going to be able to look at your organization and see the raw, the real, the credible, and you will be optimizing your funnel simultaneously, because people will take a look at the messaging and the imagery and be able to piece together, stylistically and environmentally, is this a place where I can see myself? Is this a work style where I will thrive? Is this an environment where I really want to take that next step in my career? All right. So until next time, and as always, I am wishing you peace, love, and meaningful careers. Have a good one. Well, there you have it, friends, and there's more where that came from. So I want you to hop on over to powerhousetalent.ca to learn more about how we can work together and grab some of our awesome freebies, from our fun and engaging online programs to our full service employer branding and employee experience strategy practice. Powerhouse Talent is the place to be if you are looking to power up. So until next time, wishing you peace, love, and meaningful careers.